Hi, this is Randy Rosetta and Ron Higgins with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune. We're talking about another LSU home win, 90-81 over Ole Miss. A great game from start to finish, but especially for LSU, the second half was something to behold. They scored 50 points, 4 guys in double-digit scoring in the final 20 minutes alone to overcome a pretty feisty Ole Miss team.
It's amazing what you can do when you share the ball, when there's not just one pass and a shot. And I think LSU probably looked at Ole Miss the first half and saw their ball movement, saw how the ball moved around. And as bad as LSU played the first half, only down by 3, but LSU clearly a more talented team. Ole Miss clearly better team chemistry. It kind of kept them in there, and it kind of flopped the second half, even though Stephen Moody, Florida's guard, Ole Miss's guard, what can you say? I mean, just off the charts. I'm trying to stop this guy. He was unbelievable, 33 points. But late in the game, LSU got just enough stops to get that edge and get going.
Part of my game story was a big key was as good as Stephon Moody was, and he got a little bit of help from Rashid Brooks, but LSU got help from everybody. Anybody who stepped on the floor. Again, it's like the Kentucky game. This was not the Ben Simmons show, and I think that's where LSU is starting to kind of congeal a little bit. They know that other guys can step up and do things. You mentioned 22 assists on 30 made field goals. That's a pretty good number to wind up with, and I would imagine, I think 13 or 14 were in the second half.
I mean, that said, Simmons had 15 points, 7 assists, took 13 shots. Personally, I would like to see him a little more involved offensively in the first half, especially when you definitely had mismatches inside. And I often think when he plays so much on the perimeter, there's a tendency not to play lethargic, but you just don't get involved. And you kind of stand and watch a bit, and then that's when you get stupid fouls. And in the second half, they went inside to him the first 2 trips in the post. He didn't score, but it was obvious, they were trying to get him juiced, and they did.
Getting him involved inside also opens things up for Craig Victor, and I haven't counted up how many of the mid-range jumpers he hit from the circle, but that's a major part of LSU's offense when he's hitting those.
Absolutely. I mean, you get a high-low game going, and there's so much attention on Simmons' low. But, he has that open 15, 16 feet, and Craig Victor is one of the rare throwbacks in college basketball. He absolutely treasures a mid-range shot and works on it. And you could see the results tonight, having a nice night for, 18 points, 7 to 10 shots. And, again, everybody stepped in. And this is something last year, LSU might have won a game like this last year because they didn't have the people off the bench. They didn't have everybody chipping in. And as poorly as they played the first half, they played just as good the second half.
You mentioned guys off the bench. We kind of had some role reversal tonight. Tim Quarterman and Antonio Blakely didn't start. Those were 2 of the guys that were huge down the stretch. Blakely showed up for the first time big in SEC play, had 13 of his 15 points in the second half. After Ole Miss came back and took the lead 71-70, it seemed like he made every big play he needed to.
He talked about just hitting the free throws gave him confidence to kind of get his shot going a little bit. And he did hit 3 or 5 shots, 2 or 4 threes. You could see he took it with much more confidence. And sometimes when you just hit free throws and you feel that stroke, it does give you confidence. Courtman almost threw a perfect game here. Didn't miss a shot. Had 4 assists, 3 assists, 14 points, 1 turnover. And he did a lot of little extra things that show up in the box score.
When he's hitting the glass, that makes LSU a lot better too. He's a 6'6" guard, but he plays like he's about 6'8" or 6'9" on the defensive glass in particular.
I mean, they need everybody they can on the boards. And again, they didn't play great the first half. They kind of figured some things out. And this team has enough talent to where sooner or later, if they figure it out, they can find exactly what they need to win. They kind of stumbled around tonight before they found it.
Found it in time to go to 3-1 in the SEC. They're right in the mix with a bunch of teams right there. Back in action Saturday against Arkansas. This is Randy Rosetta and Ron Higgins with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune.